The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey everyone, this is Russell Brunson. I want to welcome you guys all to the webinar for today. I'm excited to show you guys some really cool stuff inside of ClickFunnels. So first off, I want to make sure that everybody can hear me. So if you can hear me, please go to the question box and just say, yes, Russell, I can hear you. That way I know that I'm not just talking to myself, because it has actually happened to me more than once. All right, sweet. We got tons of you guys who can hear me. Okay. Good news. So welcome guys to the webinar. I know you're probably my guess is some of you guys are brand new ClickFunnels newbies and some of you guys are veterans. And so we're just excited to have you. With so much exciting stuff's been happening over here. And so just wanted to kind of take about 20 or 30 minutes today and go over some really cool things inside of ClickFunnels. Because there's a lot of stuff that, like, every single day that I'm playing with this, I keep finding out new things that are possible. And it's just like the most exciting thing in the world for me. And so I'm guessing that it probably is for you guys as well. And we got so many more exciting things happening this week. And so, like I said, this training will be a shorter one, probably about 30 minutes or so. And then next week, after we finish our launch and everybody's in, we're going to be doing a couple of really in-depth webinars. And ones that I recommend, if you've got like a techie person, then please bring them on that webinar, because they're going to be able to learn a lot as well. We're going to go over the basic stuff, but then also more of the nerdy stuff as well. But what's cool about it, like, you guys, just so you know, today I've been in here and I built out 4 or 5 pages today without a website designer, without a programmer. Like, I literally have been messaging the guys on my team and telling them like how much I love ClickFunnels. And for me, it's exciting because it's, a product we've spent over a year on. But even if we never sold a copy and just used it for ourselves, it still would make us insane amounts of money. And so that's why I'm fired up. So I want to know, first off, who here is excited about ClickFunnels? If you're excited as I am, please go over to the question box and just say, Russell, I am fired up and excited. So I want to make sure you guys are excited. All right. You guys are fired up. We got stoked. We got smiling. Okay, awesome. So I want to show you guys just a page that we created in the last 24 hours, just because, like, I wouldn't have thought this was even possible in ClickFunnels until today when we got it all finished. But I want to show you guys this page. Can you guys all see my screen? This is a page that was 100% completely created inside of ClickFunnels. Check it out. I'm going to go down. And earlier, if I just really refresh the page, you're seeing some ninja animation stuff where everything flew in, but I've already scrolled through the page once. Isn't this page amazing? 100% built in ClickFunnels. So this is the stuff you guys are going to learn how to do to make your pages more and more ninja, like these ones. Some of the images obviously were designed in Photoshop, but as far as the whole page, 100% ClickFunnels. So anyway, I'm just excited. So yeah, so this page is going live. In fact, if you go to clickfunnels.com right now, this is the new homepage. So it's live right now. We just pushed it up about half an hour ago, so kind of exciting. There's a new video here that explains it, because a lot of people were getting signed up and they just didn't understand, like, what exactly is ClickFunnels. Like, I know it's like a page builder, but what does it do? So we made this video to kind of really explain what it is, how it works, and how many systems you replace by using it. Like, literally, we went through and we had a list, as you'll see if you watch this video, all the cards we went through, where like it replaces your landing page software, your shopping cart, your CRM, your designer, your programmer, your split testing software, your analytics software, like all these, just literally thousands of dollars a month worth of things that this makes pretty much no longer, you don't even need them anymore. Your membership site software, your automated webinar software. So it's exciting, guys, and it gets more and more exciting every day. So what I wanted to kind of go through today, because as you guys know, we just launched automated webinars last week, and then we tried to do a webinar. John was doing a webinar here and had technical difficulties, so some of you guys probably didn't have a chance to see that yet. And then we also just launched sales funnels. I think tomorrow, I believe it's tomorrow, if not the next day, we're going to be launching membership sites, and then I think at that point we should have pretty much all of the funnels will be live inside of ClickFunnels, and that'll give you guys all through the weekend to play with all of them. And then, like I said, next week is where we're going to start a lot more of the in-depth training, and it'll go more so than just the technical, like here's how to get things working, but it'll dig a lot deeper into the strategy and the psychology behind the different funnel types, what you use and when you use them, and all those cool things. So that's kind of the game plan, you guys. I'm going to come down here real quick, and I'm going to log into my ClickFunnels account. If you go to any of our pages and you scroll down, there's always a members login in case you can't find it. So I'm going to log into my account real quick. All right. So let me come back here to my funnels. So you can see, you guys, I'm practicing and preaching. These are all the funnels I've built out in the last couple weeks, which is so exciting. But what I'm going to do today is actually, first thing, some of you guys, we did have a bunch of questions before about like the psychology behind the funnels. If you click right here, there's this thing called the 9 Secret Funnel Training. When you signed up, there was an option to purchase that for $47. It was a special one-time offer, and we had to be true to that one-time offer, so we had to raise the price. But if you haven't bought it yet, you can get it here for just $67. But it's a 3.5-hour training I go through that goes into excruciating detail about all the types of funnels, how you use them in your business, the scripts you use for the videos and for the sales scripts and the upsell scripts and the downsell scripts, and pretty much it's everything that we've been doing in training and teaching for the last 10 years in our training company, all here into about a 3.5-hour webinar. And I've had, I would say, at least a dozen people who've gone through ClickFunnels, signed for ClickFunnels, who have told me so far that training was worth more than any $2,000 marketing course they've ever purchased. So if you need help on the strategy about where you use your funnels and why you use them, and then if you need some help on just the psychology of, you got your funnels built out, but what do you put on the sales videos, and how do you sell your product, and what should you be saying, what are the scripts, and how do they work, that training goes into all of that. So definitely recommend getting that if you don't have it at this point, because it's pretty much the best training that I've ever put together, I believe. So and it is definitely not beginner. It's more advanced stuff, but I think it's good for anyone to go through and really understand. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go and build out some funnels, show you guys some cool stuff, and then when we're done, I want you guys to go in there and play with it. The biggest thing is you just got to get in here and start playing with it. The more I play with this stuff, the more I just learn and the more I figure out. Like you guys saw the page I just showed you. Literally, I spent like half an hour today, and our designer did the whole thing, but I had to do the top block, and I learned all sorts of cool stuff by putting together the top block. And so I'm going to do some cool things with you guys right now. So first off, click on Add Funnel. And right now, as you can see, we got opt-in funnels are live, sales funnels, webinar funnels, and automated webinar funnels. So they're all live inside of here. I'm going to do automated webinars because last time I did opt-in funnels, and we'll probably do sales funnels next time, but we didn't get a chance to do automated webinars because the webinar died last time on. So I'm going to do an automated webinar with you guys right now. So the first step is just click on Create Funnel, and I'm going to call it Webinar Blah. I always call them blah so I know which ones to delete afterwards, because this is not going to be a real webinar I'm creating. Then click on Create Funnel, and it'll take a second here to load. All right, now check this out. So in the automated webinar funnel, as you'll see, there's 4 steps. There's auto webinar registration page, countdown page, broadcast room, and replay room. Okay, and Dylan's going to keep adding more and more awesome designs here. We're also opening up a marketplace soon where we'll have hundreds of designers designing different landing pages for each of these steps. You'll be able to have a chance to go in there and create some and sell them if you want. It'll be really cool. Plus, we're also coming out in the near future with a blank template, and we're going to teach you guys how to basically take a blank template and build anything you want out of it. But that's for another day. For today, we're just going to build an automated webinar funnel. Excuse me. And to get on this webinar, you probably registered for the live webinar funnel. So you've probably seen 1 or 2 of these templates. But these templates are amazing. They're like some of my favorite. Their favorite that I've ever had. So I'm going to go through here and just pick the one that I want to use. I think for this one, I always do the video ones, but I'm just going to do this simple one right here. I've never used this one before. So there's that green one. So basically what you do is you go and you pick the page template you want for each page here in the category. That's the way I do it. So there's my first page. I'm going to click my countdown thing. I like this countdown template, so I'll pick that one. After it saves that one, then I'm going to go and pick my webinar broadcast room. And it's cool because you can like pick the template or you can just preview it. But I think I like that one, so I'm going to use that one here. And one thing is that as this is loading, I want to mention to you guys, there are a lot of software out there that does automated webinars, but you have to buy it individually on your own, whereas ClickFunnels just does it out of the box. You get it for free as part of your ClickFunnels account, which is the best part of it. So I think the cheapest automated webinar software I saw was $500. The other ones are a couple $100 per month or more. So this is just one of the many gifts you get as a ClickFunnels member is free automated webinars, as many as you want to create in here. which is cool. All right, so I chose my page designs for each one. And then a couple of things you'll notice here that I want to go before I jump into the editor. One of them is the email marketing tab. Now, this is the key to automated webinars. The reason why they work so good is because we can literally track what's happening to every single person as they register for a webinar and what they do. Okay, we track their behavior, so we know who is it that actually, obviously who registers. We know that. That's easy. Then who didn't show up for the webinar, who just missed it. Okay, they forgot about it, or they slept through it, or they just whatever reason they didn't show up. Or we can see who showed up for the webinar but they left early, or we can see who showed up for the webinar and stayed all the way to the end. Okay, which is pretty cool. And so if you look here, this is the email sequence that'll go out based off of when they register. So the first one says registration confirmation. So this email is going to be sent out over here. You can see it says immediately. Can you guys see that? I can try to make it bigger. I'll blow out my page. Hopefully it'll. Okay. So you can see this right here. This email will be sent out immediately, and I can click on that here and see what the email says. If you want, you can edit it. You can tweak it a little bit. But that's the email that's going to go out. Now, if you're just using ClickFunnels, I believe if you're just using ClickFunnels as the email to send out emails, you cannot edit that message. But if you integrate your own SMTP mailing, then you can customize these emails to your heart's content. You can have it say whatever you want. Okay. Now, if you don't know what SMTP is, do not worry about it right now. You'll learn about that in the future. That's more advanced technique. If you are advanced though and you want to know how that is, just come up here to My Account and go to Settings, and you can set up your SMTP mailer. So you can use like SendGrid or something else like that. Integrate in here, and then it'll send out through your SendGrid account all these emails. And if it's going through yours, then you can edit them and say whatever you want. So you can see that this one goes out immediately. This email is going to go out 1 hour before the webinar starts. And this email is going to go out 1 day. Okay, so it's kind of out of order. But immediately 1 day before the webinar and then 1 hour before the webinar. So those will happen. Then if they miss the webinar, then 1 day later it'll send out this email saying, hey, did you miss the webinar? Here's the replay link. Okay, now if they attended the webinar but they didn't stay for the entire thing, then they'll get this email that tells them to come watch the replay. Or if they stayed on the webinar the entire time and for whatever reason they didn't buy, then this email will go out and offer them this special offer. So if you sold something in your webinar, it'll email them and say, here's the special offer. Is that cool, you guys? All the sequencing is built in here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You guys are messaging. That is pretty cool. Cool. So that's how it works. Now, again, if you've got your own SMTP mailing in, you can go and add a whole bunch more emails into the sequence. You can have 50 emails go out to everyone. You can have 50 emails go out to people who miss the webinar. And if they miss it and then eventually they go and they watch the replay, boom, it'll move them to the next list and move them to the next list, which is really, really cool, you guys. And so, again, this is a feature that most people don't even know exists inside of our automated webinar funnels that you guys get. And again, normally you'd spend $500 or more to get this just as its own standalone thing, where you get it for free here inside of ClickFunnels. Okay. So, all right, so that's how that works, and the email sequence stuff is awesome. If you get stuck at any point and need some help, just you can contact our support. You go to the knowledge base. They're building out articles teaching you guys how to do every single one of these steps. They showed me a bunch of them last night, and they're amazing. And so, again, we're a brand new company, and as we keep growing and evolving over the next few weeks and few months, we'll keep having more and more videos and articles showing you how to do everything. But we also got an amazing support team that can help you if you get stuck, or if you can't figure out how to set up your SMTP mailings or whatever. They can help you through that process as well. Okay, so next thing I want to show you, now that you got the email sequence figured out, now we just got to go in here and edit the pages. All right. So this is the page. Now, like I said, you guys, I'm learning all sorts of cool ninja things about how this whole thing works. But if you look, when I highlight over things, you notice there's like a blue box, and there's a green box, and then there's an orange box. Okay, so green box is like a section. So you can see all my sections. If I click on sections, it'll show my header. So these are the sections in this page. You can kind of see them right here. And so if I ever hover over and I see a green thing, that's a section. So I can delete that whole section, or I can edit, click on the little gear here, and it'll let me edit that section. It gives me a whole bunch of things. I can make it wider or smaller. I can add background images, a whole bunch of ninja cool stuff. Okay. By the way, this is how we built that page that I showed you guys when we first got started. Okay, by doing that. So sections is the first thing. All right, next are rows. So you click right here and you'll see all the rows in here. So you can see, if you hover over, you can see they pop up where the rows are. You can see all those different rows. And the last one are columns. And over here you can see all the different columns. Okay, so if you understand that, you can understand how to build any page you want. You just create sections, rows, and columns. Okay, so first thing, if you see how we designed this template, there's a section right here, and then there's a row, or excuse me, a column, and then yeah, there's no or excuse me, row. Yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna start editing this stuff, right? So free webinar, ClickFunnels. I'll make that all capital actually. ClickFunnels presents how to become a ninja. It's actually a great niche, I would bet, because I would love to learn how to become a ninja. All right, I'm gonna show you my secrets of becoming a full-time ninja warrior. Okay, so there's my headline. Now, if you want, let's say I like this, but there's too much space here. I don't like something. I can go right here, click on the little gear. It'll give me a ton of options here. I can say, okay, here's my padding. Okay, padding's 40. Let me shrink it, see what happens. Oh, cool, made it smaller. Okay, the bottom padding, let me shrink that. Oh, cool, so I can shrink things around. Anyway, you just kind of scroll through here, you guys, and there's all these different options. You just click on things and see what happens. It's cool because you can't really break anything. Just click on them and see what happens. Okay, boom. So free webinar, ClickFunnels.com presents how to become a ninja. I'm going to show you my secrets to becoming a full-time ninja. Okay, I can change this. So I'm only going to have 100 spots on it. I can upload my picture. I'm not going to do that now, but you can upload your pictures. If there's 2 people on the webinar, you put different pictures on there. What you're going to learn, you can kind of go through that whole process. And then down here in the bottom left hand, you see this is the pop-up. So when someone clicks on the register button, this is what the pop-up's going to look like. So I'm going to click on that, and it'll pop up here. Now I can edit it too. Register your spot on this ninja webinar. Boom, now I got everything there. And again, this is where they're going to choose the date and the time and all those kind of things. Okay. All right, so pretty simple and easy, you guys. And again, if you want to add more stuff, let's say you're like, oh, I want to add a picture of a ninja here. You just hover over wherever you want it to be about, and then click on a little arrow is going to pop up. You click on the little arrow, and all these options will pop up. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do let's see. Well, I'll do a countdown clock because I have a picture of a ninja here on my desk. But if I had a ninja picture, I'd probably add that. So here's my countdown clock. And right now it's kind of dark. I can't see it. So I come over here. I just click on it. Come over here now because it's black. So let me make it white. Oh, cool. It's a text version. I can make a circle version. I can make the subtitles more white. Cool. It looks awesome, right? But there's one thing that's driving me crazy. Can any of you guys guess what's driving me crazy? Okay, this is what drives me crazy. There's no padding here. So I'm going to click on that. Click on margin top. Boom. And now there's some space. Whew, now it looks better. And there you go. Now I've got my countdown clock. And cool, you can click on this and it'll say, when do you want to count down to? Okay, I want to count down to January 1st. So if you want to have a countdown to New Year's, I come back and say it's, yeah, whatever, September, let's say October 31st. And midnight Eastern. So then the countdown clock will count down until midnight Eastern. At the end of it, you can say when it hits 0, you can have it redirect to your other website, or you can have it do whatever you want it to do. But a whole bunch of cool features. Is that sweet, you guys? All right, so I'm going to save it now. Boom, that page is saved. I can click on preview. I can see what it looks like live. See, check it out. So I got 30 days till this webinar expires. They click on this right here. Boom, it pops up. They can choose the date and time they want to show up. They can pick. They can register, and everything now will happen automatically. Okay, so there is my webinar registration page. All right, now I'm going to exit here because now I got to do the other pages in here. Are you guys getting this? Is this making sense so far? How easy this is? Shalon just said, "Wow, I'm falling in love all over again." I know, every time I play with this, I literally I think everyone in my office is so annoying because they're so annoyed with me because I do something and I'm like, "Oh, I love ClickFunnels. This is so great. Like I can do everything. Like I don't need anybody anymore. I can just do stuff." So great. Okay, webinar countdown page. So this is the countdown page. Now, if you guys check this out, I'm really proud of this. I made this video for you guys all because I love and I care about you guys. So after them register for the webinar, this little video will play. Oh, it's not the right video. Okay, note to self, I'll get this updated. There's a video here that basically confirms that they registered for your webinar, and it's awesome. So I'll make a note here to make sure we get that fixed. But I spent about $1,000 or so creating this video here for you guys. So it's a very powerful video when someone registers for the webinar. Now this is the key, is the broadcast room and the replay room. So I'm going to do those real quick with you guys. So open this in the editor. So when somebody comes to the webinar, this is what they're going to see. They're going to see this presentation, right? And your presentation is just basically a video file. Excuse me, a video file. So you can, again, put your pictures in here if you want, change the headlines. You can add countdown clocks. You can have your order buttons, all sorts of stuff. But what I'm going to do is right here, click on the video. Now I can put in the video that I want to be showing up on this thing. And so there's a lot of different ways you can do your videos. I'm just going to go to youtube.com right now because that's an easy one. But you could use Wistia. You can use tons of video services. So let's just say my I'm going to do this video. This is the massive cookie bowl ice cream, 2,300 calories. I'm going to click down here on share button, and it'll give me an embed code. I'm just going to copy this embed code here. Come back to ClickFunnels, and over here in video embed, I'm going to save it here. And boom, now my automated webinar page is pretty much done.
What's better than eating a gallon of ice cream?
I'm really interested in this video now. I'll have to watch it later. Anyway, that's how you set up the automated webinar page. And again, there's a whole bunch of cool features you can add in there. You can add more sections and a bunch of other things as well. Let me see something real quick. Cool. A couple other things I know we're working on. We had it in version 1.0, and version 2.0 will have it soon, where this block will pop open at a certain time in the webinar, and a couple other really cool things as well. We'll have it so the webinars can autoplay and a bunch of cool stuff. So just a couple things that we're still tweaking as we're perfecting this for you guys during our launch phase, which is exciting. Okay, that's how you do the broadcast room, which again, that's the one they're going to see during the live webinar. In the broadcast room, some of the things about that, because they're trying to simulate a live feeling, they can't fast forward or rewind typically. Basically, it just kind of is what it is. And then on the webinar replay room, usually they can do that. They can fast forward, they can rewind. You'll see here some of the other things you can edit here. They've got countdown clocks. They've got all the other stuff. And so you just kind of edit that page as well. And when that's done, you guys, then basically you've got your automated webinar set up, ready to roll. You just send traffic into this link right here, advertise on Facebook or send email to your list or whatever you're doing to drive traffic. They come here and boom, they start going through this funnel. As soon as they register there, then they'll start getting this email sequence here. Boom, boom, boom. The emails will start going out to them, and when they get those emails, that's when they'll see your webinar, see the offer, purchase the product, and boom, everything that's awesome in life will happen because your automated webinar will work perfectly. Okay, so that's how the automated webinar stuff works, you guys. Again, just go in there and play with it, and have some fun, because that's the goal with these guys. Just play with them, mess around a little bit, and that's how you're going to start becoming masters at it. Now, the last thing I want to show you before we end today, right here on click Add New Funnel. If you click here, you can also create webinar funnels. Now, the difference between webinar funnels and automated webinar funnels is a webinar funnel is not happening inside of an automated webinar platform. It's subscribing somebody to your GoToWebinar account, okay? And also, I think we work with GoToWebinar and Webinar Jam. And so all you have to do is make sure you integrate GoToWebinar here in your settings, or Webinar Jam, whichever one you're using. And then pick, again, same process, pick your pages, and then you integrate so that when somebody signs up, they buy they register them for GoToWebinar as opposed to just your email list. And that's kind of how the regular webinar pages work as well. So that's kind of it, you guys. That's the main stuff I wanted to show you guys today. Like I said, the next training we're going to go through, we'll probably do another training in a couple days that'll go through sales funnels next. And then membership sites, like I said, I believe either tomorrow or the next day, membership funnels are going live, and launch funnels, and then customly we'll be able to kind of build anything you can dream of. And so we're getting close. You guys have everything unlocked. And so anyway, we appreciate you guys taking that leap of faith, becoming ClickFunnels members, jumping on here, doing the training, learning the system. But I promise you guys, if you spend a little time and effort learning the system, it'll change your businesses forever. We literally no longer have to have programmers or designers to do stuff for me. I can do it myself, which is so nice because I can have an idea at 2 in the morning, and by the time everyone wakes up here on my team, the whole thing can be done. And I never could have done that before ClickFunnels. And it's funny because people always told me, how do you get stuff done so fast? And it took us a big team of people to get it done fast. Where now I think anyone can get anything done fast, which is exciting. So that's about it, you guys, for today. Again, we appreciate you guys being part of ClickFunnels. If you have any questions, if you do come up with bugs or little issues, again, as a new software company, little things come up every once in a while. Just let us know. Scroll down the bottom and click on Contact Us and let us know. Say, hey, I was on this page. This is what happened. This is the issue I saw. And just be patient with us. We obviously have a lot of new members, and we're scrambling as quick as we can to get all the little bugs and little updates that are happening squished as quick as we can. So we ask you to be patient, but we're definitely working our hardest to make this the perfect product, and I think we're pretty much there. So that's about it, you guys, for today. Again, we appreciate you guys being customers and members, and excited to kind of keep showing you guys all the cool ways to use ClickFunnels in your business. Thanks again, you guys, and I will talk to you all again soon.